Alrighty, fellow travelers, welcome back to the Adventures of a Traveling Don. My name is Benjamin O, and we are back here in Maine. That's right, we got another summer coming up here on the Maine coast. Hopefully I'll actually be able to branch out a little bit more this particular summer. Maybe get up into Canada, we'll see. But in the meantime, I am here in a place called West Point. This is about an hour north of Portland, Maine. And this is gonna be one of kind of like a bucket list item is about to be crossed off of me. That is oyster farming. My buddy Sean, if you've seen my video from Maine Oyster Company before, I'll leave a link in the description for that one. We're basically, all the oysters that we did and ate in that particular video at the restaurant in Portland, they all come from this area. So we're gonna go farm some oysters, shuck some oysters, and enjoy this beautiful day in Maine. So while we're waiting for Sean's buddy John, who's basically going to be giving us the kayaks that we're going to need to take out to the farm, honestly, just enjoy this view. This view is absolutely, this is Cat's Cove. This is where a lot of kayaks or boats would, smaller boats would launch, whether you're going out to do oyster farming or just going to do kayak in the ocean. But yeah, this is just gorgeous, gorgeous. And if anybody is a geologist or just knows geology pretty well, tell me what this, there's these rocks behind me here are like glittering. And I'm not sure what causes the shiny glitter. I'd be curious to know. Let me know in the comments if anybody knows. But yeah, this Cat's Cove area is just, oh, this is why I love Maine and why I always come back. All right, so we got to the Cape here. We're getting the kayaks ready to put into the water. I had to change up a little bit, represent Maine Oyster Company shirt. Got that last night while I was at the restaurant. And had to change up the jacket just for the water, just in case we fall in. So anyway, I'm gonna switch up to my, my water gear. So excuse me while I don't talk, just enjoy the views. Was exhilarating, and that's only going here. We still got to go back. That's my first time kayaking, I think, in like 10 years or something like that. So comments, don't be too bad on me on my form. I know my form was crap. I was like going all over the damn place. That was actually kind of funny. But yeah, we are here on the dock where all of the oyster cages are. Of course, that is the myth, the man, the legend himself, Mr. Sean Poirier right there.
Legend, okay.
So what we're doing here is, Sean, what are you doing here?
Well, basically these oysters just got out of the cage. We're drying them out, kill off any algae. Then we're gonna put them back in the water, a little bit of tumble, shake them around, keep them moving. So I think barnacles will grow on them, or they form together, fuse together. That's not what we want. You don't want to split this.
So basically, from what I've been learning from Sean is you don't just pick an oyster out of the water and eat it. You do have to, clean it. You got to get rid of all the bad algae that's on there and stuff. Dry it out, and then put them into those little cages there. Yep. And then just kind of put them back in the water, rehydrate them basically. But this is actually kind of a fun little process. It's really kind of cool. So Sean, when it comes to oyster farming, how long does it take for an oyster to basically grow to its full potential to where you could eat it?
Well, market size, about 2.5, 3 years on the water, usually depending on the temperature. The warmer it grows, the warmer the water, the faster the oyster will grow.
Gotcha.
So here, cold water's up here. It's gonna take us about 3 years till we get a market size.
Now, is the cold water and the temperature of the water, whether it's warmer or hotter, is that also deemed kind of the size of the oysters?
Yes, most of the Gulf oysters, they grow just like on steroids down there. They don't really reproduce because they use like this diploid, which is this 3 chromosome. They actually are bred not to reproduce, so they just keep growing and growing faster. They're probably about, I don't know, 2 years maybe to market size, but they're giant. Up here, the water's just so cold, so it takes longer. But it's better, colder water, cleaner. It's good, man, it's good.
Oyster Facts by Chef Sean. I was just gonna say, don't tip it now.
There we go.
Okay, so we're back here at the base camp, and my apologies that dismount was not very graceful getting out of the kayak, but like I said, first time in 10 years. But that was absolutely a lot of fun. So we're here, we're gonna come back, Chef Sean is gonna be shucking some oysters, have a nice beer, and just kind of enjoy this kind of just beautiful view on this beautiful, actually rather warm day for a May. Not too bad at all. All right, so first of our fresh catch down the hatch.
Salute.
Salute, chef. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, rough life, man.
Yeah, no, this life is terrible. Jesus.
All right, good.
That was good. Nice, kind of like buttery, sweet, with
it's
just
got
a
a
nice mid brine to it.
And it finishes with a little kelp,
Yeah,
a little seaweed, yeah.
yeah.
We love, yeah, sweet,
So
tiny,
good.
and briny, the Cape Smalls. That's what they are.
Sweet, tiny, and briny. I like that motto right there for you. Okay, so after the base camp, we are at a place here called Tottenham Cove, and this is just not. It's about a couple miles from the base camp, a little bit outside of West Point town, but it is a beautiful cove. And we're here to actually forage some ferns and maybe some root vegetables, depending on what we find. We're looking for mushrooms, fiddleheads, all that kind of good stuff. For the restaurant at Maine Oyster Company in Portland. So I definitely highly recommend you checking them out and checking out my video about that too. I'll leave links in the description for that there. But yeah, Chef Sean usually comes out here whenever he comes to base camp, and he just goes to see if he can forage any kind of either root vegetables or, you know, little ferns that either use for garnish or as for small small little sides as well. So particularly up here in Maine, they're very well known for their fiddleheads, and I love me some fiddleheads.
There you go, you want to eat this?
What do you got there, Chef Sean?
Poison, but it looks like a nipple.
Oh,
So I think that's fun.
a poisonous nipple.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Areolas.
So when you're out here foraging, Sean, what are specific things that you guys look for when it comes to your particular restaurant?
Mushrooms. Mushrooms are cool. Just the greatest thing ever, next to the oysters.
I do enjoy some good chicken of the sea mushrooms. And you can find those up here in Maine. Occasionally fiddleheads.
Fiddleheads and some ferns, yeah. I'll look for some ferns.
Now, tell fiddleheads, when you're talking about fiddleheads, not a lot of people, if you're not from Maine, don't know what a fiddlehead is. Chef, what is a fiddlehead?
It is basically the puree stage of the fern, an ostrich fern, so it'll look like the head of a fiddle. It's before it blooms, so you want to get it harvested while it's still in the sprout stage, so it's edible. Personally, they're okay, but they're cool to work with, and I think they're sort of fun to have.
Yeah. They're just kind of like fun little, there's like big old swirls, and I don't know, to me they taste almost like what, maybe like asparagus?
It's like, yeah, that's exactly, yeah man.
It's basically like a little
curly asparagus.
So, you know, if you like curly fries instead of French fries, fiddleheads instead of asparagus, is basically the way you go. Oh, we actually found some stuff. What do you got here, Chef?
Some little violets.
Little violets?
Yeah, edible flowers. Our bartenders actually make a really nice syrup with these for a cocktail. But yeah, these are great. These are gonna start coming out soon. There's a few here. I bet you by another week or two, this whole field will be full of them. These are great. They also look pretty on plates.
Yeah, nice little garnishes for sure.
So here's some black trumpets that was left over from last year. So we come back out here in September. I'll mark this spot. This has survived a winter time, but these black trumpets are great. Just not right at this moment. But this is a good spot. This dead tree. There's of moss growing around it. So this would be a good spot to check back soon.
All right, so that was our little foraging adventure. Didn't get to find too much, but we did find some of those flowers that'll be used for syrups for the bartender, or just little garnishes as well. But this has been an awesome day. And honestly, because it is May 8th when we shoot this, you guys won't see this for a few weeks after, but today was my 35th birthday, and this couldn't have been more perfect, honestly. It's like, I could do without the parties anymore. Just coming out here, going to an oyster farm, you know, going foraging. This was awesome. So I had an absolute great time. Definitely check out Maine Oyster Company, not just the restaurant that was in a previous video, but the base house that you saw, the oyster farm. They are doing summer kind of like tours to go out towards the farm. You get to see a bunch of stuff. You get to see them harvest the oysters, and I think they'll do like little oyster shucking classes and stuff like that. So I'll leave the link in the description for all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they are going to be doing a lot of great stuff this summer. But I just want to say a great big thanks to my buddy Sean, as always, brother.
You know what we found today? Happiness.
We found
happiness, Ben.
We found a lot of happiness.
Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother. All right, guys, thank you so much for following me on this particular adventure. We are back in Maine, so look forward to a lot of great stuff coming up with Acadia, and I'm going to expand out, unlike last year, since a lot more things are open this particular year. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys on the next adventure. Peace out.